Next, we are going to continue with the phototransistor. So, first is what is phototransistor? Phototransistor is an electronic switching and current amplification component which relies on exposure to light to operate. When light falls on the junction, reverse current flow which are proportional to the luminance. Okay, so this is nothing but the, we can say, is the symbol of phototransistor. So when light falls onto the junction, that time what happened, the reverse current flow and which is proportional to the luminance of light. Then phototransistors are used in extensively to detect light pulses and convert them into the digital electrical signal. These are operated by light rather than electric current, so providing a large amount of gain, low cost, and this phototransistor might be used in number of applications. Okay, in numerous of application, the phototransistor are going to use. Phototransistor are transistor with the base terminal exposed. Means what? They, instead of sending current into the base, the photon from striking light activate the transistor. This is because of the phototransistor is made up of bipolar semiconductor and focuses on the energy that is passed through it. So as we see in the transistor before, it having three terminals, that is base, emitter and collector. So in when transistor will operate when there is a current to the base terminal. So in phototransistor, when instead of sending current into the base, the photons from striking light activate the transistor. Then this is the circuit diagram of phototransistor. It is similar to your BJT, that is NPN transistor. This is the supply, this is the resistors. Here the light strikes on the junction. So this is the circuit diagram. It is nothing but the structure and this is the circuit diagram. Okay, this is the transistor, or we can say the phototransistor. This is your base, it's your collector, and this is your emitter. So how it works? So here we can see that the image is there, having collector, then 2n plus region, then base is your, then light is falling on the junction. So the behavior of phototransistor is identical of that of normal transistor. Okay, so behavior is same of phototransistor and normal BJT transistor, but the difference is that here the effect brought about the base voltage will be experienced due to the light. The characteristics also same like a BJT, but they have base current, and here in phototransistor we have light intensity. The phototransistor can be used for either switching, means in cutoff and saturation mode, and for amplification it will be work in a active mode. Okay, so the phototransistor can be configured in two different configurations, with common collector and common emitter, depending on the terminal which will be common between input and output. So it's also configured in two different configuration, common collector and common emitter. The small reverse saturation current called dark current flows through the phototransistor even in the absence of the light, whose value increase with the increase in the value of temperature. So the main thing is that while there is a no light, means in absence of light there is a small current flowing, or we can say the reverse saturation current flows through the phototransistor. We can call it as a dark current. Okay, so it will increase with an increase in the value of temperature. A property identical to that exhibited by the ordinary transistor. The phototransistor are prone to permanent damage due to the breakdown if the voltage applied across to the collector emitter junction increase. Okay, so beyond breakdown, phototransistor might be get damaged. Now, what are the advantages of phototransistor? It is simple, compact and less expensive. Then higher current, higher gain and faster response time. They result in output voltage unlike photoresistor. Then sensitive to a wide range of wavelength. Then sensitive to a large number of sources including incandescent bulbs, fluorescent bulbs, neon bulbs. Then highly reliable and temporally stable, less noisy when compared to the avalanche photodiode. And it's available in wide variety of packages including epoxy coated, transfer molded and surface mounted. So these are the some advantages. Then these are some disadvantages. It cannot handle high voltage. If it is made up of silicon, then phototransistor cannot handle high voltage. Then prone to electric spikes and surge, affected by electromagnetic energy. Do not permit easy flow of electrons. These are the applications in remote control, in CD players, astronomy, night vision systems, infrared receivers, also used in printer and copiers, then cameras as shutter controllers, then level comparators and lots of. So there are many applications of phototransistors are there. Next is a thermocouple. So a thermocouple is nothing but the sensor. It is used for measuring temperature. As the name indicates, thermocouple, it is used to sense or to measure the temperature. The thermocouple is very popular sensor to a relatively low cost. Okay, its measuring range and reliability. Because of this, it is a popular sensor. Thermocouple are widely used across every industry, factory automation and process control to automotive, aerospace, military, energy production, metal manufacturing, medical science and countless more. So there are lots of applications of thermocouple. Although thermocouples are quite popular, accuracy is much better than 1 degree Celsius are not easily achieved with them. Okay, as thermocouples are more popular, but for accuracy purpose it cannot achieve that much accuracy, but regardless, due to their many advantages, but except than accuracy, there are many advantages of thermocouple. So because of this, it will be used in various application or in industrial instrument. Then how it works? This is your thermocouple. Okay, this is the circuit diagram. Here the measuring junction, or we can say it is a hot junction, and for reference junction it is a cold junction. This is your voltmeter. Here we use heat sources there. Then these are the metal wires. It is your term, T1 and T2 means temperature 1 and temperature 2. So this is the diagram of circuit diagram of thermocouple. So thermocouple is based on the Seebeck effect. What is meant by Seebeck effect? So it says that when a pair of dissimilar metals in contact with each other at each end are subjected to change in the temperature, they create a small voltage potential, and they do this passively. That is, they do not need to be powered by a single conditioner. So this is nothing but the Seebeck effect. What it says, when the pair of dissimilar metals in contact with each other at each end are subject to the change in temperature. That's why these are the two dissimilar metals wire being in contact with each other. At two ends there is a dissimilar temperature, that is T1 and T2. Okay, and create a small voltage potential, and they do this passively. Consider that electrons carry both electricity and heat. Take a piece of a bar, copper wire, and close to your hand around in one end. So it is nothing but the example. Energized by heat from your skin, electrons will propagate from the area where you are in touching in the cooler far end from you. So this is the example. So this phenomenon was originally discovered by Italian scientists. The name is Alessandro Volta. So from this name, the volt in 1794, but German physicist Thomas Johann Seebeck rediscovered in 1822. So Thomas John, who discovered the Seebeck effect. Okay, he observed that when wires made from two different metals are joined at each end, what he observed, when wires made from different metals were joined to each end and there was a temperature difference between these ends, that small voltage potential was created at the junction. The science behind the thermocouples is quite mature now, and we have industry standard types available in the market today, like type K. So this is the circuit diagram. Then now what are the applications of thermocouple? So these are used in a temperature sensor, in thermostats, in office, home or business. Then it is also used in industry for monitoring temperature for metal and iron. Then in food industry for cryogenic and low temperature application. Then also it is used to test temperature in chemical plants. Next application, it is used in gas machine for detecting the pilot flame. So these are the applications. Now what are the advantages of thermocouple? The accuracy is high, it is robust and can be used in environments like harsh as well as high vibrations. Thermal reaction is fast. The operating range of temperature is wide. Wide operating temperature range, cost is low and consistent. So these are some disadvantages. First one is non-linearity, least stability, low voltage, reference is required, then sensitivity is also low, and the thermocouple recalibration is hard. So these are some disadvantages.